Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Cameron Devon Crew, organic growth member, and having a great night. Thank you for inviting me. Before you worry about what you're going to do with your financial freedom and how you're going to invest your money and all this stuff, the first step is to invest in yourself. You should look as good as possible. You should feel as good as possible. We have this thing in our culture where we say, oh, it's a good thing to be humble. But if you Google the definition of humility, it actually says having a low estimation of one's own importance or self-worth. How am I going to be successful if I have a low estimation of my importance? How am I going to take care of my kids if I feel like I'm unimportant? Therefore, my kids are unimportant and their needs are unimportant. What am I going to do for my woman if I don't feel like I can assert us, having a place in this life, having nice things, doing nice things, being abundant? In my opinion, or not even in my opinion, what I tell my closest friends, girls I interact with, hey, you need to be more arrogant. What does arrogant mean? That has a negative connotation. My understanding of arrogance is knowing your value, okay, quantifying the value, and then expressing it and asserting that you get that value. One thing that helped me change my life back in 2015, trying to get out of poverty, was I was listening to a guy from Real Social Dynamics named Derek, and he explained that when you're going through this journey of trying to elevate yourself, there's this kind of attitude of like, who do you think you are? Why do you feel like you deserve all these things? And we're always constantly looking to other people for their opinion on how we can do better. We're looking for other people to validate the decisions that we make trying to pursue a better life. But the thing about it is, no one knows me better than me. Every experience that I've ever been through, I was there. Your closest friends, whether it be your mom and your father, your homie, your girlfriend, whatever, they weren't with you through all of those experiences in your life where you had to transcend different adversities and face different challenges. Most of them aren't even external. So most of the times where you're broke and you don't have shit, people can see that, but they can't see all the inner battles that you have with your psychology, the different bouts of depression you face, the times where your self-esteem and confidence is not where it should be. The common denominator in your growth throughout life is you. And I feel that the more that we accept that it was us who carried us through that, and we all have people who help us. This is not to take credit away from people who help us financially or help us by giving us advice or help us by connecting us to another person. It's just to say that no one can carry you and do that for you. And ultimately, it was your own willpower, our own willpower, that even if somebody gave you the game, you still had to choose to receive the game and apply the game. So if you just take the arrogance to say, like, this is me, I'm that person who made it out of, and I'm speaking about myself, I'm that person who made it out of a situation of poverty, absolute poverty, where there were times when me and my mother were homeless. There were times when in my teenage years, I literally had to go knock on doors in the neighborhood and rake yards to be able to walk into the city and then go to the Taco Bell and buy food to eat that night. Making it out of domestic violence, deciding to pursue self-development, going through college, moving, pursuing jobs that could pay me more money, going on that interview where I felt like I wasn't qualified to take the position, but going in there and just deciding, well, I'm going to act like I'm qualified anyway. And then you get the job and then your life goes better. So one of my favorite rappers, his name is Larry June. His whole brand is based around being healthy. And he has a slogan that he always says where he goes, no assists, just him. And of course, he's had people help him in his life, but to me, that's just him acknowledging that at the end of the day, he's that common denominator. Like, he's the person who had to be at that lowest point and decide that, hey, I'm going to transcend this and get to a higher point because I believe in myself. And I'll invest in myself whether or not other people are. If other people are, I'm going to invest in myself. If other people are not, I'm going to invest in myself. So And that's what I have to say about that.